birds for fun and profit, apparently. Ah, yes, I just created my first on tentacles. Okay, so for today's stream, we're going to be doing some fun stuff. I just don't remember exactly what that fun stuff is off the top of my head. We made our stars yesterday. Got a nice big light source. Weapons, armor. We're well equipped for fighting. I think I want to leave my meatballs here and go create some tentacly death up here in our death pit. I should move Chester far away from this. So my sanity's about to just die completely. Every use of on tentacles will create several tentacles and cost me 50 sanity, I believe. Hi, fellas. Good times. Oh, and there's Terrorbeak. You got real weapons and armor now, too. He got me. I could have picked a worse place for this, but just barely. Would have been a struggle. Alright, let's get the Nightmare Sword unequipped. We don't want to create too many tentacles in one spot. Where's Chester? Where's Chester's eyeball? Oh, right, the light from where you load in. I'm sitting here thinking, why is there still light over here? But whenever you first load into the game, whoa. Lag. Oh. Okay. Cleaning a nightmare fuel. If I want to be at risk of fighting much, I should put my football helmet back on. Let's go see what we've got up here. Oh, looks like everything got wiped out. Seems like that one poor bunny can't get in his house. Did I pick up some meat and he's chasing me because of that? Now we want to be careful not to create our tentacles too close together, lest it make it impossible for us to collect our resources. Sadly, there doesn't seem to be any bunny puffs over here. We can create some more tentacles up this way, near these spiders. This is me once again using my walking cane as a weapon. So the goal here is to create enough tentacles in this specific area that all these Mactus just get shredded. There we go. Slowly creating our little death pit. And with any luck, the tentacles there will eventually die, producing more tentacle spots, allowing us to create more on tentacles, etc., etc., world without end. We need sanity, am I right? And when our star burned out, it dropped a little bit of nightmare fuel for us. As it do. Let's see. Got berries. Alright. Oh. Okay, where to now? Well, let's come over here and see what's going on with our farm. Oh, Chester. Nice. Nice. Oh, they killed one. There we go. Nope. Chester. I saw it. They respawned. light that thing provides. It's huge. Grabbed 26 carrots from our farm up there, making this an adequate supply of food. I'm actually just going to cook some cactuses and eat them for the sanity restore benefit. As I said yesterday, I believe we have plenty of nightmare fuel. Don't really need more. Oh, and drop those off. Now, some of you may be wondering what I'm thinking when I just eat spider glands. I don't try to make healing salves with them. And frankly, it's because that making healing salves to use on yourself is really more trouble than it's worth. You're going to burn through your supply of rocks to heal 12 extra HP, not to mention having to collect some ash. It's just really not worth the time invested. How's things progressing? I'm afraid my bunnies may end up killing all of my tentacles. Oh, finally! Berger spawned. Alright, so we need to head over towards their base. Alright, so it's pretty important that we figure out where he's at. I want to spread some food around so that I can head him off at the pass. If he spawns inside or near our base, he'll go for the food that's on the ground before he goes for my fridge. If that doesn't make any sense, I understand. Wow. This is our #1 priority right now, is getting our migrant worker on the job. We've got big things in store for this guy, if we can just find him. He should be somewhere nearby, though. Hopefully he didn't spawn on top of a tentacle. That would be bad for the tentacles. And everything nearby the tentacles. And everything that even thinks it's a tentacle. Oh, wow. That might have ended up being a waste of an on-tentacles, and I'll feel bad if that's the case. I wanted the carrots, you Nimrod. Alas. Oh, I expected it to have already withdrawn into the ground by then, to be honest. We've only got 3 days of autumn left to find Berger and put him to work. You'll be able to tell if you're near one of the giants because as they walk around, it just makes stomping noises all over the place. And the ground shakes. Didn't mean to zoom in the camera super hard here. Meant to zoom in here. Unfortunately, Berger has a tendency to roam very quickly, as his goal is to find food and eat it. So if you don't get a handle on him fairly quickly, you can lose him. Boy, I hope he didn't spawn near the dragonfly and he's already dead. That would really... Oh. Maybe he's not actually spawned yet. He's getting ready to spawn. Oh yeah, he's roaring. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. We're keeping quite a bit of food on our person right now, specifically because we don't want Barrier to eat it. Something he will do if he gets to my fridge. I should really slow down and make a miner's hat. Oh, no fireflies. Just kidding. Hey, Solon, what's up? I saw that you sent me a friend request. Oh. And accepted. Oh. I can put these trinkets back up for now. I thought I was going to go pay a visit to the Pig King and get some gold for him, but turns out that's not in the works for a little while. I'm going to make a crock pot, but not actually place it so I can have one to take with me. With all this food I've got, if I end up somewhere where I can't get back to my base very quickly, which is completely possible, then at least I'll be able to drop a crock pot and cook some of it, which I've got enough to make a lot of meatballs, 5 or 6 more meatballs. So each meatball is 1 day of food, roughly. Actual digestion over a day for most characters, I believe, is 70 food, and a meatball heals for 60. So you end up needing, I think, 4 meatballs every 3 days to stay full. Or I should say to keep from starving. Alright, let's go see if he's roaming around the desert somewhere. I don't hear him yelling anymore, so I would assume so. Ah, here he is. Hi, Berger. So how we're going to put him to work is we're going to aggro him and make him chase us. Carefully. We don't want to get so far away that he de-aggroes us. We're not trying to fight him. We just want him to follow us. We have work for this gentle giant to do with his attitude issues. Ah, here we go. So we want him to do a ground slam attack. Hey! Berger. A ground slam attack up here near the trees. Oh. Uh-oh. Come on, Berger. Because every time he does that, he will knock down all the trees nearby. He knocked my pip cane out of my hand a second ago. I'm lagging for some reason. He can also knock him down with his swipes. I was really hoping he would spawn some tree guards, but apparently that's not in the works. So we're going to have him chase us. I've got more work for him to do. We can go back and pick up all that wood later. Right now, I've only got... When winter rolls around, Berger will stop chasing us, period, and go sleep, no matter what else is going on. So for the rest of the fall, I'm going to have him doing work for me. Until either he dies, which could happen, or he falls asleep. And there goes my pimp cane. Oh, I'm almost dead. We're probably going to have to start wearing nightmare armor. Here we go. This is what we want to do. We want him... Well, crap. I want him to come up here and clear out all these guardian picks. Boy, this lag is real, and I don't know why. Oh, barely functional. Can barely play the game. What's going on? Okay, well, we're in a safe spot. What is going on? I don't really see anything in Task Manager that should be causing any lag issues. Yeah, no, Berger's adorable. He's such a sweetie. He seems dangerous, but he's really not. He's extremely predictable. Yeah, and here he is up here fighting pigs. Doing exactly what I want him to. They've chunked him a little bit, but considering how fast he kills them... Now, I don't want him to eat all the meat. Oh, good, I got out of the way. But they will attack him if I can get him to go to them. So all I have to do is kite him into their little thing. And when he does his slam attack, they're all going to die. And I don't want him to eat any more of this. Oh. Also wouldn't be terribly upset if he tucked down some killer bees for me. Like so. Go away, killer bees. Oh. It's... Maybe he killed these killer bees' homes. Alright, I need to make a hammer and start tearing down these tiki torches. And he can just do whatever he wants for a minute. He should be over there killing killer bees, which is another thing I want him to do for me. Sounds like it. Oh, my phone timed out. Get chat back open. Now the reason I'm tearing this down is because these pigs are in a pretty inconvenient location. And I just really am tired of dealing with their shit every time I come up here. They're super aggro. And basically, fuck them. And you can hear him. He's still over there tearing down killer beehives. Like, I don't even have to pay attention to him. He's just over there doing work for me. Alright, let's go find him and get back to work. I'm gonna have to head back into caves to get some light bulbs pretty soon. And here he is, still killing killer bees for me. As far as I'm concerned, he can have all of that honey. Oh, gotta be careful, I'm out of armor. Where's my nightmare armor at? Okay. Alright. Sick of all of this crap. This is why I've got a boomerang. To aggro him from a distance. Come on, bud. We have more killer bees to deal with. Oh, careful. This away. Oh, I am starting to freeze. That is bad. I'm probably gonna die. Wasn't expecting to start freezing. thing is called Berger. It's one of the seasonal bosses. Okay, where's the nearest touchstone? I know there's one near here somewhere. Or possibly I'm not even that far from the portal. I would have been fine if I hadn't started freezing and taking damage from freezing. I only started freezing because I was so wet. Go find somewhere to revive. Oh. There we go. In truth, weather may be the most dangerous thing, and don't starve. Oh, it's the herds of eyeless deer. Still, we got a lot of good work out of Berger. Chop down a whole bunch of wood. Tuck out a bunch of killer bees. Tuck out a bunch of pigs. Not great. Oh, there seems to be more over that direction I've not actually looked at yet. Huh. I'll have to check that out. I chopped down a tree as a ghost. Alright, and we're alive. Alright, let's take a second, clear a little inventory space, and make ourselves a football helmet so we've got some armor. And we're gonna go pick up our stuff. Okay, but actually build a torch. There we go. Are you kidding me? Ah, that's because it's actually winter. Well, let's build ourselves a thermal stone. Where's my torch at? So Berger, as soon as winter starts, should fall asleep exactly where we left him, which will be in the middle of the killer bee field. Alright, we're nice and toasty. Let's get this show on the road. It won't last, but... So yeah, I'm capable of running in the dark just by looking at the map. There we go. And now it'll quit frickin' raining and I'll stop being wet. Oh good, the hounds are coming too. Can I get to my armor before they get here? Probably. So, with winter being here, there will be ice hounds potentially, which can cause freezing issues. You know what? No, I'm just gonna fight them with what I've got. Set down a fire so that I can stay warm. Get my nice nightmare sword out, which lets me just absolutely murder things. And we'll be fine. Here they come. There's an ice hound. So 2 hits with a night sword will kill them. Unfortunately, 2 of them dying near me will freeze me. But I'm not mad because I could really use all of those hound's teeth. Blue gem is fine too. Start working on my ice chester. Warm back up. And we're on our way. We've got quite a bit of looting to do. I'm not going to get too heavy into it right now because I don't have good cold weather here. But we'll be coming back up this way, collecting things. I don't really care about the bee stingers. Bee stingers are practically worthless. Here's where I died. Go away, killer bees, you bother me. You think they'd freeze to death. But no. Bash down my own skeleton. Don't need these. Lord, my inventory is so full. I'll leave the bone shards here for now. Equip my cane. Kind of want to see where he wandered off to if I can. Need to tear down the rest of these pig torches. Before they respawn. Okay. Looks good for now. At least I can run around up here without dying. We'll bump into him at some point when we're doing the looting. Oh, there we go. Alright, so we're almost home. Before I head back to the main base, I want to jump over and look at our farm. This is our wood that we knocked down earlier. I can't believe we didn't get any tree guards out of that. 75 trees, not a single tree guard. Sad. But that's okay. We don't really need that many living logs now. So I want to check on our spider farm. Excellent. Working as intended. Working as intended. That's what we wanted. We wanted that to be just a big stupid fight. I don't care if I get anything out of that before winter's over. Like, it can just stay like that with them killing each other, and I'll collect whatever's left on the ground after winter's done. Yep, starting to freeze. Got here just in time. That Star of Ankele will come in real handy now that we're actually going to have to worry about our temperature. Go cook all of these monster meat. So now that it's winter and we've got past the next big task, which was, you know, using Berger to murder things, it's time to actually settle in finally and do some actual base building. We're going to be working on sprucing this place up this winter. We're just about out of time for today, so that's what we'll be doing over the next few episodes. As I slowly drop off all the crap that I don't need to clean my inventory up a bit. There we go. I was going to say, I know I've got a morsel around there somewhere. Should probably just go pick... Oh, yeah, go ahead and send it, and sometime in the next few minutes I'll be shutting this down to change games. Or at least to take down this particular stream of DST if I'm going to do 2 of them. Might make it to Canada today, we'll see. Get our actual warm hat on. So I've got a beefalo hat to help keep me warm. It provides ridiculously good insulation. The other thing we'll be looking for... Oh, that's why I'm losing sanity. I've got a nightmare armor on. Okay. The other thing we'll be doing is going and finally actually hunting some koalefants this winter. I didn't mean to drop that on the ground. I'm trying to stop the hands from putting out my fire, and the hitbox on the star is just absolutely huge. All right. So one of the things I want to do to spruce my base up is get some flooring down. Super cosmetic, but you know, I'll feel better if I have real flooring. Looks like we probably need to go this far out. Man, I can't actually get to click on that spot because... that works. So we're going to mark the outline first. Looks like we're going to go about this far. And we're going to get some sort of other terrain to put in this. How far down this way do we need to go? To about right here, looks like. Looks like I probably need to break down those rocks. They're in the way. Oh, I don't have a pickaxe already made. We'll also be collecting more ice this winter and building a few more ice flingomatics. But we've already got the two main ones that we need. There. And now the base is clear. We can just focus on digging up stuff. Excellent. Now this grid mark that you're seeing only shows up if you have a pitchfork equipped. It's not a mod or anything like that. Anybody can build a pitchfork and make this grid show up. It shows where you can dig. And that's why it doesn't show anything down here. There's actually no terrain down there for me to dig up, so it doesn't show. It's kind of finicky. Winter's not the best time to do this either, because when snow gets on the ground, you can't see to do this. You can't see what turf is where. So that's why I'm trying to do it now before we get any further into winter, and I can't see my terrain. If I get it outlined, then I'll be able to see where to place terrain, because it won't show place terrain anywhere except places that are empty of terrain. Yes, penguins. Pingulls, technically, they're called. And they are little murder beasts. You do not want to mess with them because they will all just swarm you at once, and they have a super long-range slide animation. We're actually going to take some of this turf and place it, because the empty spaces over here that naturally exist in deserts are a bit bigger than I want my base to be. So like the base should only go to right here. I needed one more to be able to box it out completely. There. Now we've got us a nice big base area. Oh, and I just randomly ate monster meat. Trying to equip my cane. Alright, we want to come over here and get this guy nice and big again. Look at the cute little sleeping crazy rabbit. I actually need to feed my bird soon, or it's gonna starve to death. Yeah, you can see the snow starting to cover the ground now. The stretchy shadow things are just because I'm crazy. My sanity is so low that I'm starting to hallucinate. Oh wow, apparently there's quite a bit of glommer goop over here. So the old turf we can just take and place in this chest and use it for fire fuel. 52 pieces, which tells me I'm going to need 2 pieces of carpeting or flooring. I'm going to do a mix of carpeting and checkerboard, which I think looks really, really snazzy. Come over here and drop these tentacle spikes off. I'm not going to need them. Won't need the pitchfork again for a while. Won't need the top hat for a while. So I'm going to leave Chester here, and very briefly, just kind of wander over this way. I want to see what's going on with our farm. I don't want to get close enough to actually aggro anything. Definitely been some things going on over here. We're going to forget about that for the winter. Make myself some healing food. Oh, feed our bird. Get some more eggs. Okay. Without more fuel for my lantern, it's just taking up an inventory spot. You can just hang out there for now. So in order to make carpet turf, I need to go shave some beefalo, which means finding some beefalo to shave. But it's beefalo mating season right now, so I don't want to mess with them. I'll need to give them a few days to calm down and finish their mating rituals, and then I can go disturb them. For now, I'm going to come back up here and loot all this stuff that Berger tore down for us. And look for koalefant tracks while I'm at it. We'll be here for a minute. Just hold down the space bar. So one good thing that's going to come out of that craziness that's going on up at the Mactusk City is it will produce a lot of Hound's Teeth for us. Every one of those Mactusk things that pops up has a Mac Tusk, 2 Ice Hounds, and a Little Tusk in it. The Little Tusk, like, directs the Hounds who they should be fighting. If you kill him, they'll just target whoever. The Mac Tusk will shoot you with blow darts, and then the Hounds are just like regular Hounds, except with a little better AI while the Wee Tusk is alive. So the 2 Hounds, when they die, they will 100% drop 2 Hounds teeth each. So every Mac Tusk camp that you wipe out gives you 4 Hounds teeth. So I have no idea over the course of a season what we're going to come up with out of that. That was just an experiment I'm wanting to do to see what'll happen if I create some absolute madness up there. You know, it's 3 tier 3 spider nests, so that's at any given time up to 12 spiders per nest, with 3 or 4 of them being warrior spiders, which have 4 times the HP and double the damage of a regular spider. 10 bunny hutches, some tentacles, and then like 20 Mac Tusks. Quite a bit of wood. That's the answer. Oh, wow. It's super early, but Deerclops is already spawning. Well, we're just gonna build a campfire right here. And this should be where we call it a day, actually. But, unfortunately, I'm going to have to kill Deerclops. So, the good news is I have the weapons to do that with. Oh boy. The bad news is I don't have the armor to do it with. At the moment. And I don't have Nightmare Fuel to make myself another Night Armor, which sucks. He's alive. Where is he? Okay, there he is. Oh, and there goes our light. As much as I hate to, I'm going to have to kite him into the darkness. This is very frustrating, trust me. We'll kill him tomorrow. Much like we fought Birger, we have to keep kiting him. I actually have a plan for him too, if I can get him to follow me far enough. Oh boy. Alright, alright. We're fine. This is fine. Took a bit more damage than I'm happy with, but okay. Alright, now that I can see... I'm going to let him do some fighting for us too. Which will also whittle off some of his HP. We're going to turn him loose on these Tiki Torch pigs. They'll do a really good job of chewing him up. Now, he does an AoE ice attack. So he can freeze them, you can see there. And he will easily kill them all. They're trying, though. They did a little bit of damage to him. Not much. I didn't expect him to do too much. And then he'll just busy himself tearing down all the walls here. Because that's his AI. He targets buildings. Specifically buildings. I can actually just leave him right here, and he'll work on tearing down all those walls. And now he's going to turn down my freaking thing. Get him to chase me. So he won't break stuff by attacking it, but you can get him to break stuff by walking on it. So I'm having him do some more work for me, tear down some more tiki torches. Where Berger is your worker giant, Gearclops is your fighting giant. Normally he spawns much later in the season than this. It's because it's the second winter already. Let him fight some spiders while I go tear down their nest. This is taking too long. I can't see chat right now, by the way, guys. Sorry if somebody's been talking to me. I'm hoping he'll spawn some tree guards with all these trees he's been breaking. There, he let out his battle cry. He's chasing me again. So I'm just running him through this forest, hoping he'll break some trees and spawn a tree guard. He's going to tear down that pig's house. Where this gets risky is if I have to start frickin' fighting shadow creatures while I've got Gearclops on my deck. Gearclops. Oh, there's a perfectly normal tree. He can tear that down for me too. Oh, and it's dark again. There, and now all the spiders are on him instead of me. Well, most of the spiders. funny because he's tearing down the spider nest for me too. And the spider's just ignoring it. I don't mind a little forest fire every once in a while. I did say this episode was going to be more interesting. We need something to eat before we start starving. Looks like he's still over here fighting spiders for me. Need to come over here and get this egg sac before it catches fire with the rest of this forest. Or are there any green mushrooms around here? Those could be really handy right now. Doesn't seem like it. Daylight? There we go. And now we can let the Mac Dust fight in for a little while. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. I'm crazy. And I'm lagging. I'm lagging super hard. Mac Dusk actually does a pretty good job of fighting Deerclops. As long as he doesn't get frozen, because he kites very effectively. He instinctively understands hit and run tactics. Got him, though. Okay, I should probably just kill him now. One, two, three, run. 1, 2, 3, run. Oh, I'm fighting a shadow creature too, and I can't see. The whiteout on this is so real. Broke one of my nightmare swords. Broke my nightmare armor. Ah, that lag. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to cut him loose for a minute and go heal up. Oh yeah, here come the hounds too. Definitely gonna have to let him go. If you can't tell, I'm also being chased by a terror beak. I probably would have been fine if I hadn't ran out of frickin' armor. But as soon as my nightmare armor went down... Oh boy. There we go. Unfortunately, it'll take me forever to unfreeze. Cacti. And he'll probably be busy tearing down beehives up there, which is fine. There we go, and we're not crazy anymore. And we're healthy again. Drop off some food. And let's roll. Actually, let's not roll. It's about night. That would be a bad idea. Note that another thing I could do with him is take him over to that big, just clusterfuck fight I got going on. And he would hold his own for a while, but the Mac Tusks would eventually kill him. The reason I'm not doing that is because the Deerclop's eyeball that drops the unique loot is a food, a meat food, and the spiders, if they got a hold of that, would eat it, and that would be very bad. I do not want that to happen at all costs. Alright, and suddenly we're in good shape again. Oh, I need to make myself another nightmare armor. Or two. Oh, wrong tab. There. Alright, let's go finish the job. And then we'll move on to another game. Note that if he spawned this early in the season, it's completely possible we'll have a second Deerclop spawn later on. I've got to figure out why the game's lagging so much lately. Something's not right. I've never had this much lag before. Okay. Map says he's somewhere in this area, but that's not going to be completely accurate. Oh, I can hear him, though. So we're going to wait for daylight to get any closer. There he is. Fighting bees. He's actually really close to death. Oh, how is he hitting me? There. And I'm starting to freeze, and that is actually really bad. Alright, we're just going to face tank him. Get rid of him. Get him out of the way. There we go. We needed to come up here and loot all of this stuff anyway. That's probably part of the reason this game's lagging, actually. Every one of these things that's on the ground causes me to have to process it. kind of like how old arcade games, you know, the old urban legend about space invaders, and the only reason it sped up as you shot things that got faster, or sped up and got faster as you shot enemies, was because it freed up RAM in the system to be able to actually move the speed they were supposed to move, so that when it got down to 1, that was the actual speed it was supposed to be the entire game. Anyway, every one of these things that's on the ground is causing me to have to use more memory to process it. It actually seems like it's running a little smoother just having picked up this much already. Oh, I should put on my thing that keeps me from freezing now that I'm not having to fight constantly. I don't know if you noticed, but our sanity dropped dramatically while we were fighting him just that little bit of time. Yeah, standing near Deerclops within a certain range of him causes 200 sanity loss per minute. Still curious where Berger ended up at. He should have been somewhere in this general vicinity, too. Yeah, there he is. As long as I don't mess with him, he'll just sleep through the winter. You don't want to try to fight him in the winter either, because when he wakes up, he yawns, and it puts everything on the screen to sleep. Inventory's completely full, huh? No freaking clue what I'm going to do with all these bee stingers. They're actually borderline worthless. The only thing they can be used for, if I remember correctly, is making sleep darts. And sleep darts are not very good. They're extremely expensive to do what you can do with a much cheaper and easier to craft ice staff. Alright, let's just go home. And there goes all that sanity that we regained earlier. Oh look, my star produced some red gems. Okay, and let's not deal with any of that crap for a little while. Plenty of honeycomb. How many hound's teeth are we up to now? 53? That's a pretty good number. I'll probably start making my tooth trap field. I may not have enough grass, though. All right, so that was fun. Slow down and actually open my phone back up now that I'm not running around like a chicken with my head cut off. All right, so disconnect. And that's going to be it for Don't Starve Together. Get ready to roll over into Death Road for Canada, or to Canada. Probably here in 10 to 15. Gonna take a break and manage some stuff around my house real quick.